Hey guys, today I'm here to film a get ready with me, so I just wanted to kind of chill, talk, do my makeup. Yeah, pretty much more like a casual lifestyle kind of video, I guess. So, yeah, today I'm probably going to be going for a sort of pinkish brown look I'm hoping for, and I want to play around with some of my new makeup some more. I'll be using the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, or the Gold Chocolate palette. Chocolate Gold palettes. God, I'm a little confused today. So yeah, I'll be using this guy today for part of the look. I'll also include Too Faced Sweet Peach and Modern Renaissance palettes. So yes, that's my plan for the day. And yeah, I'll just kind of go through my makeup and talk, I guess. So let's begin. Alright, so I'm starting with this foundation. It's called the GRWM Moisturizing Liquid Foundation. I don't really even know this brand or anything. My mom just kind of passed this down to me. Same with my powder I'll go over later. But yeah, I mean, it's some probably random off-brand that I don't really know, but it works fine for me. So yeah, I don't wear a full face of foundation on a daily basis, so that's why that's like one of the things that like doesn't concern me that much, if you know what I mean. Like, it doesn't have to be incredible because I don't usually put it all over my face anyway. I just kind of cover some redness and use it as a primer or a base for my eyeshadow. So yeah, I mean, not that relevant to me. Maybe like once I start wearing foundation more, when that happens, I'll get like a higher end one, but as of this moment, it's just not necessary, so I'm gonna finish using up this guy. So I usually like flip it upside down, like get the product to the top and go in with my beauty blender, just dip it in the bottle like this, and prime my eyelids, because I usually start with my eyelids, like eyeshadow, makeup, and everything. Only on the top though. So I just kind of blend that in. Alright, so yesterday morning, we're just going to talk about that. So the day before, it's currently Friday. By the way, school is canceled for me today, which is amazing because the weather is kind of insane, and I am really, really glad that there was a cancellation because I was not ready to deal with a day of school again. I mean, then again, like, I just got out of break literally on Tuesday, or Wednesday actually, and even that was a 2-hour delay because, like, the weather here is so bad right now. But, still, I don't know, I'm just like, I can't handle school right now. I'm just not in the mood for it. I don't know. It's become like so irrelevant seeming to me at the moment. I don't know. Alright, next, I'm gonna start on my eyeshadow, so I'm gonna go into Sweet Peach first. Alright, so one of my staple brushes is this one that actually came in the Naked Smoky palette, I believe. Oh, I thought it would say on the brush, it doesn't. But yeah, it's on the fluffy end of the brush that came in the Naked Smoky palette. And I'm going to go into the shade Georgia to begin with. This one as my kind of base primer shade. Alright, so where was I? Right, school. So today's canceled. It's Friday. I'm chilling at home, very happy. It's like a nice needed little day at home. So anyway, on Wednesday we had a 2-hour delay because like the weather was so bad, and I was pretty happy with that because I love days like that because I can like sleep in a little bit longer and then like do my makeup in peace and like eat breakfast and like, I mean, I always eat breakfast, but I can do it with like more time and I can just like chill more, you know? So I really appreciate that. And then the day after that, I thought for certain we'd have a delay because the weather the day before that was like even a little bit better than the day after, which was yesterday, Thursday. And I'm like, there has to be one. So I kind of expected one and didn't wake up till like 6 in the morning. That's when I set my alarm, which is about like 45 minutes later than I normally wake up. Alright, wait, next shade. 1 second. I'm gonna go into the shade Puree from the same palette here with this Eco Tools brush, just a regular fluffy blending brush. So, where was I? Right, I expected one yesterday, right? Because like that just seemed like it would make sense given the weather, but of course we did not have a delay. So I was already like pretty rushed for time because my bus comes at 6:57 or 6:56, and I woke up at 6 o'clock, and for me like my full morning is like full breakfast, makeup, outfit, whatever, all that, you know. And like it takes me a while to be honest, so yeah, I was like kind of really rushed that morning. Then I have to pack my lunch and prepare that too, so yeah, it's kind of like a little bit hectic, but I would have missed my bus, but like my mom can drive me. It's not like a huge deal, because she leaves around the same time I do for school on a 2-hour delay, so not the end of the world. But, I lost my train of thought. Right, so, I was like, okay, this is fine, so I would have been a couple minutes late, but, like, not actually late to class or anything. Like, I have, like, 20 minutes in the morning, like, by the time I get there to get to class and whatever, it's really not a big deal at all. I usually just, like, talk to my friends and hang out and stuff. But as soon as I was about to leave out the door, my nose just starts bleeding, and I'm like, oh my god. It was so weird, because what's really strange about that for me, wait, let me switch colors real quick. I'm going into my Modern Renaissance palette, into the shade Cypress just to, like, deepen it up a little bit. So anyway, I was about to walk out the door, and my nose just starts bleeding, and when I was little, like, it was kind of a more common thing for, like, children to have nosebleeds. Like, I remember a lot of people in my classes and stuff would, like, talk about getting nosebleeds and everything, and, like, I never related, because I never had them. And I was just like, oh, alright, that's strange, like, I don't get those, you know? But then, like, as I started getting older, like, teenager age, I started getting them. And, like, not super really, I mean, like, not often or anything, definitely, but, like, I'd say once within every few months or so. And I'm just like, what the heck, I'm a little late to the trend, like, no one gets this anymore, what the heck, like, when all the little kids were getting them, I never had it, and all of a sudden, like, I started getting them when I'm older. Like, alright, that's interesting. So, yeah, anyway, yesterday, I was, like, heading out the door, and there goes my nose for, like, a solid 15 minutes, just continuously bleeding. I had, like, probably 20 different tissues, like, rotating up my nose. And I'm like, this is good. So, my mom took me to, oh my god, you just see my cat jump from there. So my mom took me into school a little bit later, and, like, I was, like, almost late to class. And it was a bit of a mess. Like, I have never, ever in my high school career, and I'm halfway through junior year, almost halfway through junior year right now, I've never come into school that late before, not once. And I'm like, oh god. So that was an experience. Interesting morning, but it's okay. Not so bad. And then today, the next day, here I am at home chilling because there was a cancellation, and I'm pretty thrilled. Sorry, I completely forgot to talk about the brush I'm using. This is the Japanese 232 brush. I love this for, like, slightly, like, darkening up the crease and stuff like that, because it's, like, a little bit smaller and rounder, and I really like it for that. So I think that's pretty much the base of the eye done, and, or not the base, the crease, I guess, and I'm going to move on to testing some shimmers out from this new Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette, because that's, like, so exciting to me. So I'm going to do inner half of the lid with, I wanted to test out New Money. Like, it's really not even that metallic, it's like the bright pink one. It's, like, not even that metallic, really. It's more just a neon, slightly sparkly pink, but for some reason I'm really feeling the dark pink today. I think it's because I saw Look, this girl I follow did. She's not, like, a big makeup artist or anything, just, I don't know, some high school girl, I don't know. But, like, she had, like, pink on her eyelids, and I'm like, hey, I want to use pink today, so there we go. Yeah, I'm going to dip into that, and this is a little baby buxom brush that came in one of their palettes, but I absolutely love it for, like, all things, like, tiny detailing or all over the lid. I don't know, it just works really nicely for that. So I'm going to go into that. Yeah, I think I'm done with my school story from yesterday. I don't know what else there is to tell. Ooh, that's, like, a pretty kind of glitter effect. Like, not very metallic, but it's quite glittery, I'd say. So I like that about it. I'm gonna stop talking for a second here and just apply, because I'm getting out of focus when I move in, and I don't want to, like, screw it up by talking. So 1 second. Alright, we're back and done with that, and the next shade that I really wanted to go into and try out was Love and Cocoa. I can flip the palette. The one right here, it's like a brownie, but almost like pink tinted brown, and I wanted to take that on the outside to add an actual, like, metallic intensity to it. See, what I love about this New Money pink shade, though, is, like, you know, a lot of times when, like, you swatch a really shimmery color, it just, all the glitter is just gone. You swatch it and it's as if it was never there, even if you can see it well in the pan. Well, for this one, like, you can actually really see the glitter, and very happy it retained the glitter. So anyway, let's go into Love and Cocoa, same brush, I just cleaned it off, and let's try that out on the outer corner. Hopefully I'm in focus. Wait, gotta move back. I have to like remember to keep an eye on that. Ooh, oh wow. That is nice. Ooh, I'm loving this. And it matches so well with that shade from the Modern Renaissance palette. It almost blends, but it's like a shimmery version of it. Oh, I love that. Alright, other side. Alright, now's when I'll do the brows. Here's the finished top lid of the eye. So I'm going to do my brows and come back to do like all the lower lash line stuff and all that. So be right back. I feel like my eyebrows went on extremely uneven, but that's okay. I used the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade, which one's this? Ebony. And honestly, I got this about like 2-ish weeks. I want to say I've had it for about 2 weeks or so. Maybe more. It's maybe my 4th or 5th time using it though. And I'm still getting the hang of the whole pencil thing. Like, I don't know, I'm pretty much, I don't think I really have a whole lot of preference between the pencil and powder when it comes to eyebrows. I don't know. I think both work pretty much equally well. They just like look a little bit different on camera. I feel like the pencil looks a little bit more natural on camera because you can kind of see more of my brow hairs showing through. Whereas the powder, it's like more opaque and like, you know. But I really like the effect they both give, to be honest. Just kind of depends on what you're going for. So, yeah. Anyway, let's move on to the lower lash line. So, let me get my mirror back up because I kind of forgot about that part. Alright, so I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape, as always. It's actually the same tube from before. Like, it lasts me a really long time because I don't really tend to use an excessive amount of it, to be honest. Like, a lot of people, like, pack it, like, the whole way, like, in a triangle. I really don't. I kind of focus it like a tiny dab at the top and then just only use it really where I need it at the bottom. Like, I'll occasionally, if I'm going like super glam that day, then I'll do like a bit more of it, but generally I'm pretty light on the concealer. Like, I'll just kind of do something like that, you know? Like right where the bags are, kind of like this, just like a dab of it, and then I'll spread it. And like, it's pretty full coverage, so it goes a long way, I'd say. No, it's just like I have these creases under my eyes that make it a lot more difficult for me to use more product because it creases so badly. Like, sometimes even if I spray it or set it or whatever I do, I cannot stop that one little crease from creasing under both my eyes, and I really don't know like what I could possibly do about it. So yeah, anyway, let's blend. I like my blending face. Oh my god, my expression must be to die for right now. Alright, so then there's that, and I set it with this organic wear powder. As I was saying, like, I have no idea what this brand even is. I mean, honestly, organic makeup isn't my favorite because I don't find it to work the best, but I mean, it's like good enough and sets everything fine, especially if I put a setting powder or setting spray over it. So yes, just looks like that pretty much. So I take this Real Techniques setting brush, exactly what it's called, just tap into some powder, tap a bit off, and put it under my eye. Alright, what else do I have to talk about? That was kind of the point of this, wasn't it? Oh right, okay, I wanted to tell you guys about a YouTuber I've been watching and loving so much. Like, so much over the past, I think it might be almost a month, actually. Not quite, maybe minus like a week or so. But I discovered, well, not for the first time, but I started watching Raw Beauty Christy, and oh my god, I've like loved her videos so much. And like, that is what kind of inspired me to make this video again, like get back into the Chit Get Ready With Me. I forgot what it's called for a second there, because I just love her so much. Like, she said the same thing, how her favorite videos online are the ones where people just kind of sit and talk about themselves, you know, like talk about deep things, and that's exactly how I am. Like, I absolutely, one of my favorite things is just listening to other people talk about like deep stuff and like their points of view, their lives, their problems, their emotions, their experiences, anything like that, you know. I just love hearing about it because it makes me feel like everyone kind of has their own thing, you know, like everyone's got something going on, kind of, and I don't know, it just like makes me feel a lot better in life, like knowing what other people deal with too. Like, I'm not alone, like everyone has their thing, you know, and like getting to hear everyone out, that's just so interesting to me. So Anyway, random little tangent there, but I'm gonna keep talking about this. Hold up. The next thing I'm gonna do is go back into my foundation and cover up the redness in my cheeks, as you can see right here. They're just naturally like that. I know most people like adding blush. For me, it's the exact opposite. I want to take it away because it's like uneven and patchy, and I just don't like that. So yeah, like I don't need foundation that much in other parts of my face because like I don't have that many blemishes or like that much I need to cover. Like more so like down here, this entire area is my problem area, so that's the only place I really like to wear foundation at the moment. So yes, I'm just gonna dab some on my cheeks where I like it here, and it usually blends in pretty well with everything else. Alright, yeah, as I was saying, watching Raw Beauty Christie, also, she's the one who got me to look up, like, motivational videos and stuff like that, and it's insane how much that stuff actually works on me. Like, it works so well, to be honest. Like, I'll just, like, listen to all these, like, inspiring things about, like, going and, like, actually doing stuff. Like, stop just sitting there thinking about it and, like, do it if you want to do something. And honestly, like, that gives me so much motivation to, like, do something with my life. And I love that so much. So, yes, just, like, I've been watching her constantly. And, like, her videos just make me feel so incredibly good. And I've just fallen in love with them. And that's what I wanted to say. Pretty much. Just listening to her has been so therapeutic for me. So yes, there's that little tangent. Like everything, like she's just so relatable. Like I hate using that term because like it sounds stupid, but like genuinely like she really helps me and like I understand all the stuff she's talking about like majority of the time. Obviously nothing like super personal because we all have like unique situations, but things that like generally people could relate to, like I don't know, she just makes me feel better about them, so there's that. Gotta flip this over again. I like the bottle, like the container, it's such an ineffective way of storing it, 'cause, like all I can do to get it out is just like, you know, do this constantly. Also, I'm very happy this time that like it seems to have gotten so much easier for me to do my makeup here. Because, like, I used to, like, struggle so much with mirrors that weren't, like, my really close-up one. But for some reason right now, like, I'm making this work fine. Like, I just have the chocolate bar mirror, like, placed below the camera here. And, I mean, working out okay for me, so I guess that's good. Alright, now that I've covered my redness, I'm gonna go back into my setting powder and just lightly tap over all this again. Just set it in place. I wish this brush were a little bit bigger for this kind of thing. Like when I do my entire face on foundation, I use a bigger brush. But for this, I just kind of use this little one and it works okay because it's not that big of an area. The only time I wear foundation is for like special occasions pretty much. Same for eyelashes. Like I heard so many beauty YouTubers saying, sorry, I'm gonna go into my Bare Minerals bronzer now. Oh, I forgot to even do the lower part of my eyes and I moved on everything else. Whatever, we'll come back to it at the end. So anyway, I hear all the beauty YouTubers saying stuff like, oh, once you start wearing lashes, like you can't go back, like you can't look at yourself without them anymore. And honestly, that really wasn't the case for me. Like, it wasn't something that like I couldn't go back from. Like, they look kind of nice, I guess, but like for me, I feel like they're almost a little bit overpowering. I think I just like need to find the right pair because I was trying this one pair on that I thought was like beautiful, like a little bit more natural. Like for pictures and stuff. Sorry. I love the lashes so much, like they look so good. But like as far as everyday wear, I don't think that's something that's for me necessarily. Cause like I just feel like I have a kind of small face for that. I don't know, and they kind of overpower everything a little bit. So like for occasions, I would love them. But like for everyday use, I really wouldn't wear them. Especially since I'm still in high school and like what high school student needs to wear like lashes every day. Like I see people do it and they look good. Like I'm not absolutely not denying that. Like if you want to like go for it, I'm never ever like opposed to makeup or say like it's too much makeup. I don't think like that at all. I think like it's great if people want to do that, but it's just not something I'd have the effort to put in every day. Like my thing is the eyeshadow. Like I don't find lashes fun. So sorry, I got cut off. My card ran out of space. All I remember is that I was doing my bronzer. I don't know what I was talking about. By the way, I'm using the Bare Minerals Invisible Bronzer. So, anyway, my stupid SD card. The only one I have is 8 gigabytes, which kind of sucks because that's not enough for like anything. Like any slightly longer video I want to film, forget it. I have to like upload it all in between to my laptop and then keep going. It's kind of irritating. I had a 16 gig, I don't know where it went, but even that sometimes wasn't enough, and I'm like, seriously? Like for reactions, usually it suffices, and that's usually, because if I want to film like a few in a row, can't do that without uploading in between either. It's just a little bit of a pain in the butt, but not the end of the world or anything. But yeah. So, nose now, I just do like sides and around the tip, kind of like this. And I do a lot there because my nose needs a lot of help. I try and make it like look as smaller as possible, and I don't know, it doesn't work that much, but like it definitely, like you can see a difference, I'd say. Like obviously in person it doesn't do as much, but like in a camera or in a mirror it makes a pretty big difference, so still like do it. Alright, I guess we'll finish the under eye for the moment. So going back into the Sweet Peach palette and into that little brush I love so much, this one right here, and I'm gonna go into the shade Puree that I took before, the one right there, and run it under the eye. Mind focus. I should probably move back. I have to keep checking that. Oh, okay, this is where it gets a little tricky at the angle, honestly. The lower lash line, but it's alright. I will manage. Yay! Oh, that makes a really big difference now that I'm looking at the viewfinder. Or I don't even have a viewfinder. Do you guys want to know what I use as my viewfinder? Because, like, I can't actually... Like, I'm so jealous of YouTubers who have, like, a full monitor where they can, like, see themselves and, like, see what's going on, like, check if they're in focus, because I can't do that. And I never know if I'm in focus for sure. Because, like, my viewfinder is so tiny. You know what mine is? Literally, I have my makeup mirror, my enlarging makeup mirror, sitting behind the camera at an angle such that I can look upward here and see, like, what's on the front of the camera. And that is my viewfinder. Oh my god, like, I can't actually see what's happening. Like, I can see the general layout. And I can kind of tell if I'm in focus, and, like, more so when I zoom in. When I zoom in, I can tell well. But, like, at a distance, I really don't know. Which is kind of irritating, because I want to make a content that's in focus. Because, like, there's no point if you can't see anything. But, that's a whole mess of its own. Alright, then quickly going back into the Modern Renaissance and using the shade Sipper Summer again, kind of more focused toward the outside. I'll kind of connect the bits here. Am I in focus? My god, where should I be? I don't know, like, what level to... Why am I not a professional? It's so annoying, like, not being able to move. Like, I just want a camera that autofocuses, like, no matter where I am. Like, having to stay at the exact same level is painstaking. Like, I don't know how people do it. I have to, like, lean in unconsciously and stuff, and just, that's how I do my makeup, and I don't understand how people can do it otherwise. Oh my god. Alright, I think that's pretty much done there. Alright, highlighting. Woo. So, I'm going into my new Tarte Rainbow highlighter. It's called Spellbound Glow. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Okay, the one thing about this is that the pan spins. Like, you see that? How it spun? That, like, slightly concerns me. Just because, like, I don't want it to fall out, but I guess it's not the end of the world because, like, the product itself is fine. So even if this does come out, then I can just glue it back in, you know? So, not a huge deal. So I'm taking my fan brush, Real Techniques again. Oh, by the way, for contouring I used this one. It's also Real Techniques, same set, sculpting brush, but yeah, this one's the fan brush. I think that's actually, yeah, it's just called a fan brush. So I'll just, like, run it along the highlighter, and then on my cheek. And it all kind of mixes on the cheek anyway, but still. Ooh, that glow. See, this one's not, like, too insanely blinding, like, the Jeffree Star Ice Cold, for example, that I have. That was, like, my first blinding highlight. Like, it's not that intense, but it's, like, still, like, it's definitely there. I think for an everyday look, this is definitely better. Like, this is, like, the perfect in-between for me, I would say, because the first one I had, like, barely showed up at all. It was, like, a very natural glow. And then the Jeffree one, and, this one, Tarte one I have, and it's in the Sex Kitten palette. I don't know if you remember, I did a video on that. But those are, like, super blinding, like, crazy blinding. But this one, it's like a happy medium, you know, and I really like that for everyday use, so I'm really glad that I got this. Just down the nose, like so, a little bit on the chin. There we are. And so I guess the last thing I have to do at this point is put on mascara, and I'll be right back with that. Alright, mascara's on, which makes all the difference in the world, I feel like. So I realized I actually forgot a couple things. One, obviously lipstick. Second is I wanted to highlight my inner corner and brow bone. So I'm going to go into the corner of the Tarte highlight, and I'm just going to take the shade here, the lightest white one, or yellowish one, and just inner corner it. Right, and then I'll do that same thing for the brow bone too. What I realized is different about my eyebrows today is I made them a little further apart than usual, I think. But I don't really mind that. I think it looks alright. What else was I going to say? And my eyeshadow, like, the shape of it turned out a bit different than what I'd usually do. And I think it's because the angle I'm filming at, because, like, it's still a little bit odd to me. And sorry I keep looking up there instead of the camera. It's just a really bad habit, because as I'm doing my makeup, I want to see it, like, at a distance, so I'll look at my viewfinder, as we talked about. But yeah, so, sorry about that. Anyway, so there's that. And for lipstick, I really wanted to try out this new little Bare Minerals mini one I have in the shade Moxie, and it's kind of like a pinkish, reddish, nudish shade, so I feel like it would go pretty well with this, so let's try it out. Am I in focus? Am I in focus? I wish I could tell. God. Alright. Ooh. Wow, I really like this shade a lot. Ooh, that's nice. I mean, it doesn't entirely match the look, but like, I feel like it's acceptable. The smell is actually pretty intense though. I don't know how to describe it. I wouldn't necessarily say chemically or herbal or anything, but like, it's like some weird in between. I don't know how to, it almost smells like some sort of food that I can't think of. That's interesting. I kind of hope the smell wears off, which is strange because none of my Bare Minerals liquid lipsticks have any sort of scent to them. Or wait, no, they have like a sweet type of scent, but like nothing overpowering. I really love the smell in that. But yeah, this one's a little odd to be honest, and I think it'll wear off pretty quick. So anyway, I guess that's all. My face is done. So I really enjoyed this. Like the reason I started a YouTube pretty much was like to share like things I like and like connect with people who are like me and kind of like understand me and have the same interests as me in a way and just think like me, I guess. I don't know. So like I love just talking, like sitting and talking, because that's kind of what I do best. I'm known for talking a lot. That's always been my thing growing up. So yeah. Anyway, I really enjoyed talking to you guys and sitting with you today. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.